Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the Redprint Crude builder to speed up your development process and the different features and how they work. So let's go to the builder. This is the core builder of the Redprint system. Using this, you can create CRUDs real fast. Before we jump into this, let's set how we are going to track the file changes made by Redprint. To do that, we have uploaded this repository we are working on locally to GitHub. Right now there is no commit, so the GitHub desktop software shows empty. As soon as we generate some code using Redprint, we can track those changes here and see what the code quality looks like. So for this tutorial, we're going to build a very simple inventory system in which we'll have categories and then products under those categories. So let's begin. So it wants a model name and we've given it a model name. But as you can see, this is exactly not the standard that Laravel wants. Laravel suggests that you make the model name singular and it should start with a capital C according to the PSR naming conventions. So this one is not up to the standard clearly. It is plural and it is lowercase. So if you click anywhere outside this or you click on the optimize button, it takes care of that. Redprint converted it to singular and also made the first letter capital. So that's great. For this CRUD, we're going to enable soft deletes. Soft deletes enables you to delete a item but not completely delete it from the database and then restore or permanently delete it from the system. So this is very handy. We're going to use it and see how that works. Then you'll have to choose what will be in your migration file. As you can see, the increments ID field is already there because most of the times we'll need it. Let's add another field. This one, we're going to name it name. So this is category name. Let's explain what each of these tick boxes mean. The first one called null. So this field decides whether your database field will be nullable or not. If you make it nullable, the validation checker will also accept it when it is sent as null. So we're not going to let anyone create a category without its name, so we're not going to make it nullable. The next one is in form. So this is whether or not you want to show this field when creating or updating a category. Definitely we're going to show it in the form, so let's keep it ticked. Next, do you want to index this field or not? If you're going to search with this field, you should be indexing it. So in this case, we're definitely going to search categories with their names, so we're going to index it. Great. Now this one is a bit different from indexing. It says show in index. So this is about the index view that we're going to be presented with all the category listed in it. So do we want to show this field on the index view? Yes, we do. Can we search with the name from the index? Yes, we can. Is this field a unique field? No, it's not. Is this a file field? No. Let's add another field called description. In this case, we're going to make it a medium text instead of a string. So description can be nullable because we don't want to fill in description all the time when you're creating a category. We may want to come back later and fill them as well. So next up, do you want to show this in the form? Yes, we do. We don't want to index this because no one is going to search with description. Do you want to show this in the index? No, we don't. It is not searchable from index. It is not a unique field and this is not a file. So let's see what this file means. Let's make a image upload on this category. Say for our category we may want to give it a cover photo. So let's name it cover, and let's keep the data type to string because we're not going to save the actual image blob into our database because that may make the database heavy and slower. We're going to save the file on the disk and just have the path to the file on our database. We'll see that. So this can be nulled as well. We don't want to upload a cover photo every time we create a category. We're going to show it in the form. It's not going to be indexed because we're not going to search with the image. This is not being shown in the index, and this is a file and it's the image type of file. So if it's not an image, you can just choose the other option called file. Okay, great. Let's click on build. Let's have a look at our current CRUD. So it's category CRUD. We want 4 fields. One is ID, the other is name, and then description and cover. Cover is a image upload. Let's see how that works in Redprint. So the CRUD is being built. Looks like it is done. And we're presented with this window with the category CRUD ready for us. So let's test it. First, before we test that, we'd like to see if the validation works. So we said that the name field is a required field, the description is not required, the image is also not required, they are optional. So let's try to save everything with blank. As you can see, the validation error comes up and it says the name field is required. Great, so validation is also working. So let's create a category called processors, like so. And let's name it desktop processors. We'll want to upload a photo for this. Let's Google for processors. And let's download a photo. Which one do we like? This one looks good, although this is not desktop processor. Just like this photo, and we're going to upload it. Great. So let's upload that photo we just downloaded from Google. Okay, it shows us a preview. That's great. Let's click on save, and we have it saved. Let's see if edit works. Edited, and let's save it. Sure enough, this is working as well. Now we're going to see if the delete function works. Okay, we deleted it. Looks like we are now presented with 2 different buttons called restore and permanently delete. Well, let's see if restore works. Okay, looks like that is working too. And now let's permanently delete this, and that works too. We're going to recreate it anyway because we have still things to test. Desktop processor, and upload this image again. Save. Great. So now we're going to see if the search works. Let's search with bananas. Should we? We don't have bananas in our system, so that comes up with a blank page. Let's search with something that we have. And sure enough, we're presented with the result window. So this is working as expected. Great. Next up, we're going to see what the code generated by Redprint looks like. So we open our GitHub application, and sure enough, it is tracking the changes that are made on our file system by Redprint. So let's see. Redprint has created a category model, a categories controller, a category request for form validation. The menu, we'll come back to that later. A migration, the form, the index file, and the routes. Great. Let's get started with routes. So web.php. So this is our routes file, and as you can see, it has nicely grouped and created the routes for us. So the category routes are here listed. Then let's move on to the migration file, create categories table. Create categories table. There you go. So looks like this is also Laravel standard, nicely indented, and we have increments ID, string name, which is indexed for faster searching. We have medium text description, which is also nullable, and we have a string cover, which is our image, and this is nullable as well. Now let's see what the controller looks like. Categories controller. Great. So the namings are also standard, like categories controller and category model. So as you can see, the user statements are used properly, and then for request validation, we're using Laravel request files, which is an alias of form request or extension of form request. So let's see what methods we have. The index method is overloaded with search functionality. We say that we want to search with name, so this is doing a conditional query on whether we are requesting a name search and changing a query likewise. Then we have the form method. This is we're following dry as much as possible. Dry means do not repeat yourself. So we're using the same form method to display the edit and create new category window. Next we have the post method. Same here, we're using the same post method for creating a new category or editing it. And here you can see that for uploading the file, we're using this bit of code, this upload request file categories get file name. What this does is it is using a trait called canUpload here. This trait is inbuilt in Redprint, so this is a Redprint feature, and you can just write this simple code to upload a picture category wise, folder wise, and get the file name from it. We're going to deep dive into the Redprint uploader and see what else it can do for you in a later video. For now, let's see if our files are nicely uploaded into the respective folders. So we go to our public uploads. You see there is a categories folder here, and our files were uploaded here with random names so that there is no conflict with file names. Great. Next we have delete, restore, and force delete methods to enable deleting and restoring files. This is pretty much normal. So most of the code here is absolutely pure vanilla Laravel and using all Laravel syntaxes and good practices here. Next up, we're going to see what our request validation file looks like. Category request. Great. So we are validating name, which is a required field, as we said. Description is a nullable field. Cover is a nullable field and is a image type of file. Great. It is going to validate whether or not you're uploading an image. Like you cannot upload a PDF into an image field. So this is a great handy validation as well. Great. So we have covered most of the code. Now we're going to see what our category model looks like. Category.php. So this also looks like a very standard Laravel model file, except it has a protected fillable equals to ID. Those of you familiar with Laravel development would know that this is to enable mass assignment on this field. This is because on our controller we're doing a first on new search, which requires us to check whether the ID is unique. So for this we have enabled mass assignment on this field. So that's the only change that is visible here. Great. So we have successfully created a category CRUD and inspected its code. Looks satisfactory to me. Hope you're liking it too. Now we're going to create a product CRUD using the same method. This time I'm just going to show you how we're going to do that. product is already optimized. We're going to enable soft deletes. Then there will be a name field, product name. It's going to be indexed and we can search with it. And then we have a name and then medium text description. And this is going to be nullable, and we're not going to show it in an index. That's it. Then we're going to create a image field. This is the product image. This is nullable as well. Going to show in the form, and is file is an image file. And then many products comes with a instructional manual, so we're going to upload a PDF file as well. So let's call it manual, and this is normal file. Next, let's keep a SKU, which is store keeping unit. This is a string as well, but this one is unique. Like, you cannot use the same SKU for two products, so that makes sense. This is not nullable, so we would want this to be a necessary field. This will be in the form. This is going to be indexed. We're going to search items with their SKU, so we can search. Next, what else? Oh, if this product is active or not. So this one is going to be a boolean. What do you say? Great. So this is a boolean field. This is nullable. We can disable or enable it, so sometimes we'll have to send it as null. So it's going to be shown in the form. We're not going to index it. And okay, let's show it in the index, and that's it. So this is it. Oh, and let's add another field called active from. So this is to check from when this product is going to be active from. Let's make it a timestamp field. Great. So this is a timestamp field. It is not nullable. Okay, no, it's nullable. It's going to be in the form. It's going to be indexed, and let's show it in the index, and we can search with it as well. So that looks pretty good. Let's build, and our CRUD is built for product. So let's try and create a product now. So as you can see, we have two file uploads called image and manual, and we have SKU fields, active and active from, which is also coming up with a date and time picker. Great. Let's keep everything empty and try to save it. And we can surely see that the name field is required and the SKU field is also required because we kept them required. So let's create a new product. So we're going to say Core i7 as a processor, latest 7th generation processor. Okay, great. I'm going to upload a new image first. Core i7, let's see. And let's download a nice photo, like so. Great. Alright, and let's upload a, do I have any PDF files in my system? Do I? No. Let's just download any PDF. Download PDF. Let's see what comes up. File. What? Don't have anything? Well, we'll just rename any of our files to PDF and force it 1.pdf. Oh, sorry. Still is JPEG. Alright, just to ensure that we can upload a PDF file as well. So let's upload this PDF file, and then let's give it a random SKU, and let's set this as active and active from March 22. Okay, that's look good. And save it. Great. So we can see that Core i7 SKU this active and active from this date, and let's search. I'm going to search with SKU, some SKU that doesn't exist, and we don't get that. Let's search with this SKU and see if we can get that. Yeah, great. Okay, so product CRUD is created, and as you can see, the products, migrations, and controllers, and index, forms, everything is created for you. Also, there are new routes. Great, that's all good. Now, what if we wanted to say that products belongs to the categories? For that to work, we'll have to write down the relationships on our model files if we were developing using Laravel. And for example, you'll have to open category and then write something like public function categories, products, and then return this has many app/product class. So what if Redprint could do this for you automatically? Wouldn't that be cool? Let's see if we can do that. So to do things like that, we have the relationship builder. Let's head onto the relationship builder. It says that we currently have 3 models on our system: category, user, and products. So let's build a new relationship. So our base model is going to be category. The relationship we want to build is has many, and the relationship will be built with product. So it means category has many products. Okay, that sounds good. Let's build relationship. And whoa, the relationship is built, and we can see the map here. Category has many product. The foreign key is product ID, and the primary key is ID. Great. So that was great, but we really want to see what code was generated. Great. Looks like we have the exact same code we tried to write a bit ago written here. So it says public function products, this has many app product class. Great. And not only that, if we go onto the product model now, we'll see, if we go onto the index now on products, for example, products, and then go on to editing this product, we'll see that we now have a category selector here. So this drop down is also automatically created by Redprint for you. So we click on processors and save it, and great. So now we have the product belonging to the category of processors. That's really cool. I think so. Great. So that's what Redprint can do out of the box for you with relationship builder and the CRUD builder. On next video, we're going to focus on the build tools. Thank you so much for watching this video.